What do I remember? Last time, I'm trying to remember what last time was since I missed the week, so it's been 2 weeks for me. Last time was, if I'm not mistaken, coming off of 170, in which Doksha was like, yeah, I want to be a Nebula, and also getting the lowdown and the rules of like what makes a Nebula. I think we went over how Doksha got all of his fables, and then we had Persephone, Uriel, what's his name? Sun Wukong, and then Goryo. All of them give their support for forming a nebula, and you need five people. So we need one more constellation to give their support. Don't know how, but we need one more. So we'll see who's gonna be the one to step up. I don't know who it's gonna be, but I'm excited. So let's hop in. I got 2 chapters to read anyways. Let's hop in. I, Goryo's top swordsman, will give them my support. Congratulations, the Starstream has acknowledged your accomplishments. All right, so that's 4. And that's right, Doksha didn't expect, because whenever they got to 3, Jungyak was like, Doksha, I think we like hit the end of the road. I think that's it for us. And Doksha was like, that's fine. I didn't expect us to get this anyway. To get the support anyways. Besides, he has another plan up his sleeve. Basically trying to stall time for something. So I wonder, would them getting the support ruin whatever plan he has, or will he just keep the plan in his back pocket? I wonder. Let's see. Goryo's top swordsman, and all the murmuring. There we go. They all are okay. Then I, God of Naval Warfare, also offer my support. I, Bald Army General, will also step forward. Wait, you can't suddenly voice your support like that. Why can't they? Why can't they? Why can't they suddenly voice their support? You didn't rescind it. There we go. Secretive plotter is either here or watching. Constellation Secretive Plotter is in support of your nebula. Got the notification. Huh? Secretive Plotter? Look at them. Where are they? Where? Where? You have acquired the ability to temporarily form a nebula. Whoa. What's happening? What's going on? It's like a shaking. What's happening? This man was quiet. Secretive Plotter, sus. Yep. What's going on? Kohaku. What's up, Kohaku? How are you? Wait. What's happening? This energy. It's an otherworld god. How dare you set foot here? This looks... It probably isn't, but just first glimpse, it reminded me whatever was coming through during the... Was that around the catastrophe of questions whenever that thing was supposed to be coming through or something? Can't remember. I think it was around there, right? Similar. It looks similar in my brain. I don't remember what it looks like. How dare you set foot here? Why? Why did you not invite us? Oh. Whose hands is that? Whose hands are those? Okay. Uriel and Persephone. Is both blocking their ears, so interesting. I'm sorry, but the party's over. It's time you all head back. See you again. And about to zip them out of here. That's interesting. The other world gods are looking at you. What does that even mean? The other world gods. What does that even mean? What's up, Pizza Man? According to H.P. Lovecraft's world, Cthulhu and all that stuff, you go crazy if you hear the voice of the deep ones or see their visages. I know a little bit about Cthulhu. That's probably the only H.P. Lovecraft thing that I really know about. Unless, who wrote War of the Worlds? I know about that. I don't think that was that H.P. Lovecraft? No, right? That was someone else. Or was it H.P. Lovecraft? I don't remember. Orson Welles, thank you. I'm like, I don't think that was him. Orson Welles. Orson Welles is a good author, by the way. So I don't know much of anything about Lovecraft. I know about Cthulhu because I feel like Cthulhu might be the most popular story. Or it's the story that I have come into contact with the most via like inspiration from other series that I've watched. I should say that. The other world gods are looking at you. That's crazy looking, man. Oh, we get a close up on it. Whoa. A lot of Game of Thrones lore is based on it. Is it really? I had no clue. That's creepy looking, man. Not gonna lie. Why didn't you invite us? And they're just ice grilling. Who are you? You are not recorded in the wheel. Can it be? And then blocked by plausibility? Could it be that the final story is about to begin? What? Man, this was a crazy start to a chapter, man. What? I'm trying to like put this, I can't even like put this into anything because this situation, like I'm thinking where it's like all these constellations were here and all this stuff. It's thinking about the constellations in the universe in this series, it makes my brain hurt. So I just choose not. I just choose not to think about it. I think about it whenever we get there, and we're here, and now I don't want to think about it. So we have the constellations here, all these different things throughout time, all this stuff, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. Having this discussion, making choices, and these entities force their way through. And them showing up is enough to make other constellations just be like, yeah, you two need to go. Bye. And just got rid of them. See you later. So that's just the fact of getting them out of there. Serious. Serious. Cover your ears so you're not listening to what they're saying. And immediately getting you guys out of here. You need to leave. Because what's happening is obviously offensive if what's his name is like, how dare you come here, etc., etc. Crazy. I hear multiple footsteps. You're standing right there, which is close to the back door. Going to the bathroom? All right, whatever. My bad. All right. It's like hearing multiple footsteps. I'm like, there shouldn't be multiple footsteps, but whatever. All right. You are not recorded in the wheel. Can it be? Plausibility. And that's also something to point out, that this dialogue is happening over the title card. Yeah, that's something The final story about to begin. I'll come back to that later. All right, let me continue. Hey, is this the place? Are you sure we'll be fine? What if they show up? I hear that Naval Commander and Pure Steel frequent this area. Isn't this the grave of that hero? Come on, what hero? He wouldn't have died so easily if he'd been one. Are we gonna desecrate Doksha's grave? Hurry up and dig, we don't have much time. Before the people who went into the Dark Castle come out. I'm sure there'll be at least 1 or 2 decent items buried here. Yeah. They're gonna dig up his body and he's gonna wake up. A hero? More like Sleeping Beauty. They didn't bury him deep. They didn't bury him deep at all. Okay. That's a neat looking coat. Let me take this first. Grabbed him. I would have pissed myself right there. If a dead body grabbed me, pissed myself. Yep. Whoa, what the hell? Someone has acquired 5 stories. A new constellation is born in the night skies of Seoul. So I'm guessing him reviving is his 5th story then. Right? His resurrection is his 5th fable. Even though but he's never like. I would assume so. The reader who remembers, in fact, he's not omniscient. Oh, they're going through it. That's right. They said they went to the castle. What? A constellation? Stories? Damn it, that's not important to us right now. It is. Well, right now you might die. You need to get away. But it is important. Run! If they're bats, baby girl, why don't you try to do something? What is that a pentagram? What the hell? Oh, okay. All right. Meanwhile, the kids are going through it. Dude, look at them eyes looking at them. That's creepy. Ancient magic barrier has formed on the 1st floor of Dark Castle. A special barrier will be active for the next 30 minutes. Tier 5 demon dark trackers chasing you. So I'm guessing damn, I said Xie in my brain. I said Jin Sung. I'm like, those aren't the right names. Yu Sung. I'm guessing Yu Sung's like beast tamer isn't gonna work on a demon, even though they look like bats. Alright, tier 5 demon dark tracker is chasing you. Why won't that thing go away? That thing spells big trouble for us. But the real problem is... What's the real problem? Demon Viscount Noslock? Am I pronouncing that right? Noslock? It's a hell of a design. They must be waiting for us. What should we do now? We don't have any more monsters we can call to our aid. Anyone that it does look like him. That does look like him. Oh my gosh. We still have 30 minutes. Let's think. If only I had been more careful. So are we... Okay. So they're running out of there. Everyone's jumping across. Damn. Demons down there feasting. Oh my gosh. I was able to survive all this time. Not because I was strong, but because I was lucky. Damn it. I wonder what happened to the others. They might have died already. If only Master was here. No, not Master. If only Doksha was here. Ay. Kids are going through it, man. Stop daydreaming, you fool. If you're hurt, try to get some shut-eye. There's no way that that Mister is dead. I can't be certain, but that's the feeling I get. He's dead. Forget that ugly mug of his. I actually don't get it. Everyone calls him ugly, but I just don't get why people think he's so ugly. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Someone says it. All right, okay, I'm not even thinking. Jumping straight to the next chapter. We got another one to talk. Jumping straight to the next one. That's the benefits of missing a week. Just jump straight into it. All right. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, the music just crashed. That's incredible. We'll go with that. All right, the kids do love him. Castle is giving Castlevania vibes a little bit. All right. Come to think of it. That's funny. Come to think of it. Everyone's been saying Doksha Kim is ugly. Like a chant. So I've never really thought about what makes him ugly. I just say his eyes and his nose looks kind of blurry. Or maybe it's the combination of the features that make him ugly. So this is what his face looks like to everybody? Yeah, he looks terrible if that's the case. That's funny, but what part of his face was so ugly? No. What did he even look like? Why can't I remember his face? Well, anyway, he was certainly not my type. But you still cried a whole lot during his funeral. Sticking. I was acting, you fool. The constellations gave us so many coins then. A few constellations are asking you if it really was just acting. I wanted to pay him back and ask him if he thought I was helpful. That's what I wanted to say to him. That's right, he did pull her out of it. He emboldened her, and that's whenever she was able to use her ability. Ancient magic barrier will be deactivated in 1 minute. All right, did we come up with a plan? You sung. You can carry Gil Young, right? Take him and run when I give you the signal. I'm sorry? Just do as I say. She draws us. This is treacherous right now. Ay. It's kind of crazy. Those things are right there, though. Hurry, run away, and try to get some help for us. Before I end up dying. All right. Hang in there a little. This guy looks crazy. They're right there. These demon designs are crazy. She's huffing it. Move them legs. Dark Castle Part 2. Yeah, that I thought about it for a second. I didn't think about it. It's like they're going through dire straits, so this place must be great. Oh no. Oh no. Damn it. Will this be the end of me? I fought pretty hard, though. I don't want to die. I want to live. He's about, bro. I think I've gone through something like this before. What happened then? Bro, she is about to get her clock cleaned. Are they both getting teleported right here? Are they both just gonna bloop right here, or is it just gonna be Doksha? I wonder if him and Jungyak would have met up before coming. Ooh, is he using electrification? Is it him? No white hair. It's not that. Bro, he blasted straight through him. Whatever. And then with the spin kick? It's disrespectful. That's a cold panel. That's a cold panel. Oh. I think he's saying something. What's he saying? I can't hear him. Can't see him that well either. I want to hear him. I want to see his face. GA. Dude, this isn't the first time her face has been lumped up like this. Huh? Was that what he looked like? That's not blood under her, is it? A constellation who does not have a name yet is looking at you. Okay. All right. I definitely was about to say something. I just forgot it. I definitely was about to say something and I completely forgot it. Dude, I had a day, man. I had a freaking day. My brain is like fried. I need to go to bed. And hopefully I wake up. I pray I do. What was I gonna say? Damn it, I don't remember. Let's just keep going. The message we got earlier. It's about you, right? What? Something about a new constellation in Seoul. Oh, I guess so. That rhino was unbelievably strong. Is this how powerful you get when you become a constellation? That wasn't just me. Oh. I borrowed some power from some other story. Other story? You have defeated a demonic noble and obtained 10,000 coins. That's right. Usually when you kill a demon, you end up becoming enemies with the demon king that they worship, right? We've seen this before. But things were different in this scenario. All the demons in the Dark Castle scenario are waiting for a new master. So no demon king was angry. Okay. That thing looks disgusting, by the way. Is this an upside down castle and a right side up? No, okay. You've obtained the item Advanced Demons Proof. Maybe I went a little too overboard. The lower ranked demons will now fear you. A few constellations are amazed by your sheer strength. Many constellations are doubting your probability. That's right, he's a constellation now. See, how does that work? Because we know that certain constellations can't do certain things because of probability and you can't meddle and do this. So how does that work with him being in the scenarios if he's now a constellation? Like, will it get to a point where he can't do something? Will he be restricted by probability eventually? I don't know. Let me continue. Of course they would. My power right now goes beyond that allowed in the current scenario. I guess I was startled to see GA cornered like that. Okay. Effects of the story Path of Messiah are partially active. The effect of the Path of Messiah. Absolute divinity. That's a cool panel. I borrowed this story from Eden as it's particularly effective against demon species. Nebula Eden is requesting that you pay the price for quoting their story. What's the price? It's bothersome that I have to do something for them every time I quote their story, but it's much better than being accused of plagiarism. This is all thanks to adorable Uriel. All I have to do is draw the cross since I just became a constellation. Okay. Okay. That's not bad, right? Are you religious now, mister? That's not bad. Nebula Eden is happy that you quoted their story. Constellation Demonic Judge of Fire is happy. Of course she is. Okay, that's terrible. Bro, she be getting beat up whenever she's put front and center in something. She gets beat up. I'm sorry. Pathetic for the 10th strongest in soul, right? Right now, it's the hardest time you'll have. It'll get better soon, so don't worry. I'm going to get your bones back together, so stay still. Is he just snapping? Snap, snap, snap. Is that what he's doing? That's what he's doing? Just snap, snap? Oh my gosh. I think I need to use Elaine, whatever. Force Essence. Come to think of it, I left all my items with Su Young before I died. Did she rob you? Dokubi shop. Some constellations are questioning your abuse of privilege. I'm a constellation now. I don't need to bother what they think. Be bothered by what they think. Have this and get some sleep. Oop. Thanks, mister. It's nothing. Thanks for crying at my funeral. I'm going to pass out now, so don't talk to me. Gotcha. Mister? Oh. Your incarnation is looking at you. What weird prompts. What weird prompts to be reading, right? This is the point of view now. Did she drop Gil Young? I hope she didn't drop the boy to the ground. I'm sorry. I was late, wasn't I? If it weren't for this feeling, I wouldn't have come running here the first thing when I got back. You were late by a whole week. A week? I thought it's only been 3 days. A week? Unfortunately, I ended up reviving later than intended. A week? Later than intended? Where's Gil Young at? I want to see him get a hug too. What's happening? Oh, is that Su Young? She's not dead, is she? It's been a week already, so why hasn't he come? Oh man. She's hot. She's on hots. She's pissed. She's like, I've been stuck here dealing with this bull crap for a week and he's still not here. Bro, a week? He had a 24-hour countdown. What happened after both him and Jeong-yak got ejected from the constellation party? What? Did she just let that boy hit the ground? There's some great panels in here. There's a hint in the last Su Young panels that I should take note of. Okay, so there is this right here. There's a person right here. Is that a person sitting down? There's a person right here. This is who Doksha just killed. Right? If I have to look at the logistics of the scene again, because Jie was being choked by him. She's up against the glass. She was being choked by him. Doksha came through and body bagged him. So they're up against this. So I'm assuming that looking at the logistics, this is Doksha, Jie, Gil Young and Yusung. That's them. If I scroll down, there's a bunch of dead demons. And there's like a whooshing. I don't know what the whooshing is, but there is a whooshing. We're just whooshing. She has this. Is this a bag? There's a bag next to her. I guess so. She's pissed. I don't know. I have no idea. There's a lot of body parts. Oh, if it's a callback to a previous scenario, I don't remember. Being honest, I'm not gonna remember. But there's a big whoosh. But they're seemingly in the same building as her. Seemingly, just the same big corridor. 100% I don't remember. I'm looking at this, I'm not pulling nothing. If Soo Young went crazy in here like that, boy oh boy. All right. So I wonder if now that he's a constellation, will he not look ugly to people anymore? I wonder. And oh, that's what that's what I was gonna bring up. I was gonna bring up the fact how Jie, however you pronounce her name, I'm sorry, was whenever they were talking about Doksha and Yusung was like, I don't understand why y'all say he's ugly because he doesn't look ugly to me. It's like I don't like. It's like I don't understand. What's the deal? Why do you guys say this? And then Jie is like, I don't know. I actually never thought about it. People just say it a lot, so you kind of just fall in line with it. And she's like, well, maybe he kind of looks like this and this and that. And then it was like, as she was trying to think about him, it's been a week. It's been 1 week. She's like, she's trying to think about what he looked like, and she couldn't remember what he looked like. And I know this series goes super duper Galaxy Omega Universal tier. So I'm like, since Doksha in the terms of whatever, I don't even know how to explain that. But if we just follow TWSA, Doksha isn't he's not a part of that story. So part of me is thinking like, since he died and he stopped being around these individuals, maybe Yusung is different because of the interactions with multiple Yusungs and all this stuff and the contract or whatever that they have between them. Maybe it's because of that, but for all the other people, it's like they might slowly forget about him, maybe because he technically wasn't supposed to be there in the first place. If we just go by TWSA standards, even though we're not verbatim following that story anymore. So I'm like, I don't know. That's what I wanted to bring up, and it just blinked out of my mind. But I do wonder. But then what it seemed like was whenever he came back and she looked at him, right? And she looked at him, it felt like she actually saw him. Not like the weird thing that she explained with the blurry eyes and the blurry face and all that stuff. It felt like she saw him. Whenever like his face was like shrouded, it was like she's trying to look at him. She can't really see him. And then he gets like close enough and she could finally see his face. And it felt like she saw him. Like for the first time, she actually saw him. And it wasn't the influence of others. Maybe you can look at it that way. Perceiving how she viewed him and through his own actions and their own interactions and how she now maybe feels a different way about him since him dying and how she felt. Maybe she actually can see him. I don't know. I don't know. Great chapters. Great chapters. I am curious about the whole plausibility about him being too strong for the current scenarios that are happening, because the last time that happened where someone or something was too strong for a scenario, it allowed, I think the last time we experienced that was with Kyrios, where that thing came down and was breaking plausibility. It shouldn't have been here, and then Kyrios was allowed to step in as like a counter to it. It was like, you're breaking plausibility, therefore it allows this Omega God tier being to come in and body bag you. So I wonder if Doksha's involvement in the scenarios and being around these individuals will allow for some shenanigans that shouldn't be happening yet. I'll say, because I'm not sure what future scenarios look like, but shenanigans yet. So I wonder if it's just going to throw things out of even more whackness, because there's a constellation, I think this was a couple chapters ago, whenever they said, I forgot who said it, but someone, either a constellation said it, someone said it, where it was like, man, something's happening like 4 scenarios earlier than what it should have been. I can't remember what it was. So I can't remember what it was. Someone's like, this wasn't supposed to happen at least until scenario 10 or 11 or something. Oh man, I don't remember. Granted, we're on 8 or 9. Nirvana, that's what it was. Sorry. But it was like, there's things happening way earlier than it should be. Way earlier than it should be. And then we have things that have never happened in TWSA, whenever they're fighting the infinite hordes of all the waves that got stronger and stronger. And Doksha was like, this is never, it's like, I never remember this happening in the series that I read. Like in TWSA, this never happened. So I wonder if his inclusion, him being a constellation, him being busted, all of these things is just going to lead to just wackiness in every single scenario moving forward. I wonder how many people have died from this demon castle thing that they're going through. Where is everybody? How has everybody been separated? Who's with who? It's craziness. Absolute craziness. Sacrificial lamb scenario only happened because the cast got stronger than now. Right. Like that only happened because things were way out of balance. So they needed to get things back in balance. Crazy, man. That the whole beginning of this chapter, though, with the other gods showing up, it's just the other gods showing up and the constellations being like, you two need to leave, bye. You two need to leave, bye, and sent them out of here. It's just like, well, what the hell was that? What's going on? Other gods, where are they from? Are they from a different, like, what is the star stream? Does the star stream include all the universes, or is it the star stream just includes the single universe and these other gods are from another universe? Is there a part of this universe that isn't interacted with and now they feel slighted? Who's the individual that's talking over the title cards? Who is that individual talking about the final story beginning, saying things that are being blocked out by probability, by the star stream? You're not able to see that. We get the black redacted squares. Secretive plotter being the 5th person. It's a lot happened in this damn chapter. We had a whole week time skip. A whole week went by. So now I'm like, if a week went by, what happened from the time that he was resurrected, or did he just get resurrected a week later? So it was like he thought he was gonna wake up after his 24-hour time limit, but in all actuality, in like our world, a week had passed whenever he wakes up. So maybe he woke up exactly at this moment, took off, and came here. Or it's like, did he wake up and then go somewhere else? I don't know. I don't know, man. These 2 chapters were good. 2 chapters were good. Two chapters were good. What does this mean? So Doksha is a constellation. If Jungyak was a constellation too, it would have been mentioned. We don't even know if he has any fables. They didn't even tell us that. But him and Jungyak are a nebula, a temporary nebula. They did use those words exactly. You've been allowed to form a temporary nebula. So those 2 are a nebula. They didn't explain to us what his 5th fable was either. They didn't explain it to us. My guess, that's why he can't get any. As being a regressor, that's why he can't get any. I keep forgetting he's like locked. Because he's a regressor, he's locked out of a ton of things. My bad. I'm sorry. We don't know what Doksha's 5th fable is. My guess was that resurrecting was his 5th fable, but he's done that already, or not in this way. This was different, but he's definitely died and then come back to life, and it be instant enough. It wasn't this long, but it's like he achieved his 5th fable after getting teleported away by Persephone and Uriel. After they sent those 2 away. Right after they sent those 2 away, then it was like, you've received your 5th fable. You're now a constellation. So it's like, what was it? Was it convincing the constellations to becoming a fable or something? Swindling the constellations is his 5th fable? I don't know. Feel like they'll tell us when they want us to know. I think this time was more of a big deal. That's why all the constellations want him. Yeah, I do get that too. This time did feel like a big deal because of the time period that he was dead, his status. So like him, like it's like similar to, I guess I can compare it to Yusuke in a sense. Whenever Yusuke, how many times did Yusuke die in the series? 2 times, right? He died twice. Died at the beginning of the series and he died at the end of the series. Closer to the end of the series, I should say. It's not 3 times, no. No. Twice. So it was like he died before, but when he died before, like his spiritual pressure, whatever they call it in Yu Yu Hakusho, I can't remember, wasn't high enough, so nothing happened. But then the next time he did die, he activated like his demon genes. It was like his recessive trait that activated once he got strong enough and then died and came back. So it's like a similar thing where it's just like, died, time passed, he's so much stronger, he's the strongest incarnation in the Soul Dome, all of these fables, and now it's like, ooh, look at that nice little shiny thing right here, maybe we need to get this guy to get our story, when all the times he died before, it's just like, who is this guy? More so it's like, he's like something in our nose, like who is he? He's doing things, he's kind of pissing us off, he's treating us like we're idiots. As of now, where it's just like he's a little different. He's just a little different. So I can get that. I had to make my weird comparisons. If I make a weird comparison, it makes me understand better. I'm sorry. What else? This was such a good chapter. What else? I love that we know how much they care about him. If next chapter don't start with him getting a hug from Gil Young, I'm gonna be upset. Let that boy get his hug too. Like how much the crew loves Doksha, yeah. That is saying something. Excuse me. I need more, man. I need more. I'm itching. I'm itching for the next chapter. It's gonna take a minute. It's gonna take a minute to get used to the dialogue boxes, right? The pop-ups and just the point of view of these pop-ups. Like I have to get used to it. Like these, like this is like a constellation who does not have a name yet is looking at you. And your incarnation is looking at you. I'm not going to get used to that. I'm not going to get used to that. That's crazy. That's insane. I wonder. It hasn't been too long since the last meeting. But I wonder after this. Right after this. Maybe after this scenario, a few other things. What does another conversation look like in front of the fourth wall? Like what else does the fourth wall have to say? Now I'm like actively curious as to what the fourth wall is thinking. It's been a minute. It's been a couple of chapters since we got its input. I'm reading the novel, seeing those messages for the first time since chills down your spine. You have to walk around the house. This right here is a great panel. Your incarnation is looking at you. That's crazy. That's insane. That's insane. So, thank you guys. I appreciate you for hanging out with me. Yeah, we'll be here. We'll be here. I'll try to stream again. I don't know. I'm lying. I want to stream again, but I'm not going to. Probably. I'll be back here next Monday for Tower of God, and we'll be right back here next week for episode 174, chapter 174 of Omniscient Reader. So again, thank you. I appreciate you, and I'll see you. Peace out.